disappointing was that to open like that?
Yeah, it was. It was very disappointing. You got to give them credit. You know, they came and did what they do. I really did think that we were prepared for what they did, but man, it was crazy. It just felt like we were like almost 2 steps slow, you know, on everything. Defensively, offensively, like we just waited to react all game, you know, and you can't do that against a team like that. But they beat us every facet, man. I mean, every loose ball, they were the first team to the floor, which is we can never compete if we're not the first team down on that floor. They beat us down the floor after makes, after misses, like every single facet of the game. They beat us. I mean, pounded us though.
What had changed after the first quarter? You guys were tied at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought we had it. We weren't playing well, but we had them. We did a pretty good job with them. I thought their second unit came in and played so fast, and they were just kind of all over the place. We were spinning like a top, you know, trying to run back to a matchup as opposed to just run back to a man. And they had a huge quarter, you know, on us to open the game up, and had another huge quarter in the third quarter. So we just couldn't keep up. But it was very disappointing. I didn't think one guy on our team played well in the game.
Chauncey, the runouts were a problem in preseason. They seemed to be snuffed out for the first quarter, and then after that, it seemed to really open up. What do you think is the root cause of that?
It's a lack of focus. I mean, that was one of our main focuses in the game today is on shots, the first 3 steps. You got to sprint. You cannot jog back. You can't backpedal back. The first 3 steps have to be a sprint. And so it was a lack of focus, you know, in my opinion. We talked about it. We knew that was a strength of theirs. And it certainly paid off for them pretty big time tonight.
Chauncey, you talked about, you know, trying to improve shooting before the season. You know, 8 for 34 from deep tonight. But did you like the looks that they got? You know, you kind of talked before the season about getting the looks, just not always hitting them.
Yeah, I liked a lot of the shots that we got from 3, but, you know, I would say probably I liked 60% of them. The other 40 was just kind of rushed or kind of end of a shot clock. I mean, it just, you know, we didn't catch and shoot, you know, be able to set our feet, have a great look. But then for the most part, I mean, shoot, Ant, you know, he's 2 for 7. I thought he had some really good looks. I thought Jeremy had some really good looks. I mean, those are our best 2 shooters. And when those 2 dudes struggle from 3, it makes it pretty tough the way that we're built.
You're talking about effort and focus after a game won. Where do you look to with such just the beginning of the road? Where do you look to get that back?
It's just a game. It's just a game. You know, if I'm being honest, like that's the very first time that I could tell you in a month that we've had a lack of focus or that a team played harder than us. You know, you always worry about the first game, man. You know, you really do. There's so much that goes on. There's so many jitters. It's so much. So I'm not, you know, it's not the end of the world, you know, but it does suck, you know, to play that way against a division foe, you know. But I'll tell you what, you know, these are times when you can teach the most, you know, when you can teach the best. And we came into this game and we had a good preseason. So did the Warriors. And then they came out and showed us that their experience, their toughness. I just thought that's another thing that really bothered me. Like, we were going to the basket. They didn't call a foul. We crying to the referees. They running out getting 3s. I say this about us most of the time. We play certain teams, punish criers. They're going to cry to the refs and be doing all of this. Boom, get it out, go run and score. They did it to us all night. So it's just a very uncharacteristic in a lot of ways for us in this game. But tomorrow we'll talk about it. We'll get back to it.
Without having watched the tape back yet, but you're kind of ranking the things that you need to address tomorrow. What do you start with?
Everything. I mean, the base of it is we should never leave our gym thinking that somebody just completely outplayed us, you know, in terms of just the fight. we have to be the hardest playing team when we're out there to give ourselves a chance. And we didn't even get close to that tonight. So you start there, and then you can talk about some of the particulars, the rebounding, the leak. We can go down a long list.